Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your Hammers headlines for the 16th of December. Christmas is around the corner. And if Christmas is around the corner, that means West Ham is around the corner. Of course, we take on Fulham tomorrow in the friendly. Hope you're looking forward to that. This is going to be our last chance to see what the situation is with West Ham, where we're at in preparation for the game against Fulham Arsenal on Boxing Day as well. Now, we are doing this in association with our good friends over at kumb.com, kneesupmotherbrowne.com. Please do go across there, check out all of their content. Great bunch of guys as well. But as we know, the stories are coming thick and fast. I hope you've enjoyed the West Ham Daily earlier on about trouble ahead related to Ben Johnson's agent talks. Harrison Ashby potentially heading out the door. Vladimir Coufal potentially heading out the door. He's a bit disgruntled at not getting enough time. And also maybe the dip in form from Thilo Kehrer as well. Does that have a negative impact on this situation that's happening at West Ham? So put your comments in. Let me know your thoughts on that before I get started on a bit of a more positive transfer rumour roundup today. And as you can see from the conversation, from the title of the show, World Cup stars linked. Is it a Moroccan takeover? Now, if you have been watching the World Cup, you will have seen how well Morocco have played. They got knocked out to France in the World Cup in the semi-finals, which is very unfortunate for them. But apparently, according to sources, West Ham are keeping an eye on Sofiane Amrabat after the 26-year-old the midfielder shown for Morocco during their World Cup this winter. Now, Tottenham already have tried to sign the competitive midfielder in the summer of this year, 2022, but talks failed to progress with Fiorentina. And he has had extremely high-class performances in Qatar, and that's seen the list of teams interested in him grow and grow and grow. Teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, all joining West Ham and keeping an eye on the situation with him at Fiorentina. Now, Amrabat, he has 18 months on his deal left with Fiorentina. However, the Italian side do hold the option to extend it by a further year. And he himself has shown his massive ability to mix it in with some of the best in the world, with very few midfielders able to compete physically with the Moroccan. He was absolutely having tireless displays and absolutely dominated in the midfield of the park. Plenty of plaudits, and all his future will certainly be, his future will be a certain talking point this winter window. Now, several reports are still suggesting about the whole Declan Rice saga, but whatever happens, we will need strength and depth in that position, especially if Thomas Tuchel doesn't pick up a little bit of form. And you can see how this guy does have the similarities there. Now, he is a similar mold to Declan Rice, and it would, in theory, be a like-for-like player. I think he is a good player. I think he holds the ticket to support in that department as well. I'm not just saying this off the back of a World Cup. He comes with good plaudits from Serie A. He allows the players in front of him, the creative players, to go and do the job that they need to do. He's a tireless central defensive midfielder. He loves to pick a pass from distance as well. So he loves playing from a deep role. So something we need to keep an eye on there. What do you think about this? The problem you've got is with the players that I'm about to talk about, there comes fees. How much are West Ham willing to spend? But we do have one man who potentially can help us, and that is this guy here, Agent Aguerd. We're going to call him Agent Aguerd. Now, fingers crossed he's going to be fit and well for the Boxing Day fixture against Arsenal, and I think he will. I think he'll be back. He's got one more game to feature, whether or not he'll feature or not in the third place playoff in the World Cup, and if not, he'll be back at West Ham, getting himself fighting fit for the Boxing Day fixture. He was included in the Morocco starting 11, pulled out at the last minute, but we hope Agent Aguerd is working on bringing some of the best talent around for Morocco to West Ham as well. Now, there is another player that we are potentially keen and interested in, and now my pronunciations is going to be awful here. This is the Morocco midfielder, Azzedine Ounahi. Now, listen, if that is how I pronounce him, that's fine. This boy is a talent. This boy has the elements of, trying to be very careful what I say, but if you think about Zinedine Zidane as a player, how he glided with the ball and the ball stuck to his feet, he has the similarities, style of play to that. Now, a whole host of teams are lining up trying to bring this geezer to their club. Leicester, Newcastle, Southampton, Wolves, along with West Ham. But apparently, according to sources, there's more aims potentially in it reported from Fabrizio Romano, and he has had a fantastic World Cup. Like, you cannot deny that. Morocco stunned everyone at the World Cup this year. African team to reach semi-finals, and they have really set the country alight in the world of football. And he himself has been one of the standout performances. He's a cracking talent. He's got pace, fantastic dribbling skills. He's central midfielder, but he can also play in the right. But he has ability to hold the ball, and his decision making is up there. He's capable of playing both short and long passes, and he is easy on the eye. We need depth in midfield. We absolutely do. Will these two players, and they have complemented each other so well, Amrabat and Ounahi. Excuse my pronunciation there. And I can see how they can add value. But again, it goes back to this. Will this man be working his magic, Agent Aguerd, in bringing and convincing these players to come to West Ham? We will have to wait and see. Now, last story for today is this guy here. If it plays, there we go. Is this deal back on? Now, according to some sources, West Ham are leading the race to try and bring En-Nesryi back. Bring En-Nesryi to West Ham in the January transfer window. Now, let's get something right here. We feel that we've been linked to this guy for such a long time, but he's still only 25, and apparently he wants to move to the Premier League. And Sevilla, because he's not been hitting form for them recently, could be only requesting small fee, something like £13 million. And we absolutely know David Moyes is a fan of him, not just back then, but still recently when he wrote in a recent article how much he is a fan of the player. Now, I don't think I would be quite underwhelmed by him, because I think sometimes these players need a tournament to get their career back up and going. But he has only scored just 4 goals in his last 33 games for Sevilla. But in fact, he's only scored 4 goals since September 2021. But during the World Cup, he really has found his form again. He's played as part of a team. You can see what happens when he gets included into a team unit. And I think bringing someone like him in with his previous goal-scoring records, and the fact that you've got Agent Aguerd in the team, and he could be nipping away at these players and going, come on, come to London, come to West Ham. This is going to be good. I'm telling you now, if we can touch or bring in a couple of the best talent from Morocco at the age that they're at, that can really add value to our squad, and we could be doing it by spending not a lot of money. Is this the Moroccan takeover? You leave your comments in the comment section and let me know. It's going to make for interesting times, isn't it? This January window. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows who West Ham are going to bring in? I've just mentioned you 3 players there that played at the World Cup, 2 particularly that probably will have their values rise due to it. But I'll be intrigued to know if West Ham have a certain amount of money to spend, and will we be willing to spend this money? Amrabat, En-Nesryi, and Ounahi, they are no-brainers to me. They are no-brainers. It could be a pipe dream. 50 million, 60 million could get the job done. It's a lot of money, but will we do it? Don't know. We make a fee on Vlasic. We potentially sell Safal. Ashby out the door. You've made 20, 25 million there. And then we've got a little bit of a budget. Who knows? We will have to wait and see. I could be in the pipe dream. Who knows? Put your comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel. Help us out on the march towards 20,000. Go and check out all the previous content as well. All the Advent series is up. Go and check out our good partners over at kumb.com. Stay safe, everyone. And of course, come on, you Irons.